What's up, everybody? I thought I would make a little video on changing my oil on my Panigale V2 with minimal tools and taking off only the lower left fairing. First, we need to start by taking off our lower left fairing with a bolt right there next to the shifter, another one right inside the pocket there, as well as that second one there up top. And then we also have some underneath on the belly pan, kind of underneath here. You can see we have one up front towards the radiator area, that one right there, another one in the middle, and then two in the back. And don't forget about this one up here, kind of inside that top part of the lower left fairing. I sped everything up here in editing so we don't have to sit here and watch me take off every bolt, but once you finish the side, you're going to want to come to the front and take off the 3 bolts inside right there near the radiator guard. Also, we're going to come down below here and start taking off all the bolts on the left side, which is the side closest to where you're going to be draining the oil from. Once you get all those bolts off, your lower left fairing should come off pretty easy. You're going to pull down and left. Again, it's going to come down and slide left and forward a little bit. Next, we're going to go over to the right side and we're going to remove that oil plug right there just to ensure that the entire system is open so all of our old oil can flow out easier. All right, now we're ready to drain this thing of oil. So let's put our oil catch pan there and let's get our ratchet, and we're going to break that bolt right there. That is our main oil drainage bolt. So let's take that off. Look at how dark that oil is coming out of there. We're hitting this 10,000 mile oil change, and in order to get the oil filter cap off, I used a bolt from my rear set. It's an M8 by 50 bolt, and if you don't have one of those bolts, you can use one like I did from your rear set to help you back off that oil filter cover. Lastly, we're going to do the bigger oil plug over there on the right. You'll see that I used a 19 millimeter inset ratchet male end in order to get that nut off. Also, there is a washer on there. Be sure to keep that because you'll need both of those for later. Now, in order to get the oil filter out, you can use like a little mechanic hook. I used a small Allen key. You can kind of push in on that center part and hook it in the middle, and then it just kind of slides out very easily. After I have all the drain plugs open and the filter out, I'm going to lean my bike over just a little bit to try to get out all that oil or anything left inside. And then after that, I'm going to give everything a nice little cleanup. Instead of messing around and trying to piece together my cart, I just went to Ducati Omaha and went and ordered their genuine OEM Ducati oil change kit for my Panigale. It comes with everything you need: the oil filter, new rubber gaskets, as well as a new washer for the main plug, and then also a brand new filter. You'll notice on the filter that one side is open and it has like a little rubber kind of hole there. That's the side that's going to go be pushed in, and then that's the outside right there. As I mentioned before, you'll see that one side has an open hole. That side is the inner side, and you're going to see it and feel it snap into place just like that. With the new oil filter in, we can start reassembling all the bolts that we took out. I'm going to tighten to spec there on that far right bigger bolt. Then I'm going to go over to the main oil drain bolt. I'm going to tighten that to spec. And then I'm going to start putting the oil cover cap back on there with the original bolts that I took off. And now that we have all of our caps back on there and all of our bolt plugs in, tighten to spec, we're going to go and we're going to add our oil. The thing that I like about the Ducati Omaha genuine parts like oil kit is that it comes with everything you need. It comes with all the oil you need for a full oil change. And it only took me probably about an hour to include filming and making sure that I try to put everything in there for you guys so you can follow along. Other than that, super easy. Highly recommend doing it yourself. And just a quick reminder to make sure you check your oil level. Make sure you run your bike in case you need to top it off. Down on the bottom where the exhaust is, you can see a little window for oil and those 2 hash marks. Make sure your oil level is in between those and you should be good to go. That's about it. Again, this was way more cost effective and way easier to do in my driveway. Time efficient, as well as you don't need too many tools to do this. So hope this helped you out, and thanks for watching.